Thank you, Madam General Evaluator, and good afternoon to my fellow Toastmasters. So happy to see you are real people. For 2 years, I really doubted it. But what I never doubted was that I could hear great speeches at Toastmasters. And today was a fantastic example. Marcy, thank you so much for sharing your story. First of all, your enthusiasm, so infectious, so contagious. You came right up here and just guns ablaze, and you were ready to tell your story. I could feel your passion, your excitement, and your enthusiasm. I have to compliment you on the fact that you used the stage. You walked around. Oh my gosh, how did you know how to do that? We've been sitting in front of our screens. You used your legs. It was fantastic. Thank you for doing that. You also used your hands effectively. I am not going to tell you you waved them all over, because you didn't. You did it, but you did it with purpose. So you did your motorcycle thing, you did your shivering thing. It was all totally tied into the story. Another thing I can compliment you is you weren't screaming at the top of your lungs. Well done. You actually modulated your tone, which is fantastic. You're supposed to do that. You keep people on the edge of your seat. You actually said, when you said about your friends, that I'm always with you. So you really drew us into that moment. You made it profound. What could you do differently? Well, even though I said you had a variety of modulation, I could suggest that you, in fact, work on that. When you started your story, it could have been, you didn't have to come out guns blazing. It can be more effective sometimes to build. So a more quiet, reflective tone. I wanted to ride across the country. I wasn't sure how I was going to do that. But, that's one thing you could consider in building your story. To challenge yourself, I would like you to consider organization of the speech. I would like to see an introduction that tells us where we're going to go. By the end of your speech, we had all sorts of things that were coming in. There was a moose, there were menstrual products. I was trying to follow where this was all ending up. And I think that if you had introduced the speech and concluded the speech with, this is what I'm going to tell you about, these are going to be some of the highs, these are some of the lows, I'm going to wrap it up. That's the challenge of any speech, of course. I've been criticized for this myself, but I challenge you this to look at what you're going to say, make sure you tell us what you're going to tell us, and tell us again. At the end of the day, I don't know, did you actually go by yourself? Were you alone, or did you find somebody to go?
No, I went on my own.
Okay, so I'm saying, that was just like a little missing string for me that I never knew if you did finish that story. That was a great speech. Thank you so much, and I'm very honored to be able to stand at the front and look at you all and give you some thoughts.